Well, I would say if you really understand what civil unrest is, you should really know that peace is not involved in that aspect. As a civil war holocaust, this headline says apologize to Ndigbo, prelate Thursday North, who are the prelates. The general overseer of Mount Zion Faith Global Liberation Ministries by fire. Newi. Bishop Abraham Chris Ude says killings, banditry, and kidnapping can never abate in the northern parts of the country, including Benue, until apologies are tendered to the Igbo over the 1967 to 1970 Holocaust. The prelate said that it was made known to him in the spiritual realm that those killings and kidnappings in the northern zone and Benue must be seen as enemies or nemesis in action because of the killings of innocent children and adults in Biafra land during the Nigerian Biafra civil war. The bishop said the remedies as revealed to him will be sincere apologies to the Igbo from leaders of Nigeria and all the military heads of states still alive when the civil war was fought. He said that the cries of millions of children who were victims of the war who died of hunger and gunshots had remained unbathed in the spiritual realm. Apart from apologies to the Igbo, Nigerian government should allow the existence of a united Igbo Republic by all Igbo-speaking parts of the country to be on their own as a nation. The issue of Biafra can be abandoned to settle for the new republic. Well, this is what it is, and this will bring a lasting peace and solution in the northern part and Nigeria. Generally, Bishop Ude insisted. He said that the president of Igbo extraction in Nigeria was a scam, that he never believed in the project. According to what he said again, he said that the president of Igbo extraction in Nigeria was a scam, that he never believed in the project, but he said that if followed or allowed, he would recommend Vice Yemi Oshibajo to be the next president, despite the fact that he is an Igbo ether. The bishop appealed to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB not to add Sunday to the seat at home or do anything that could disrupt the activities of Christians. Well, he noted that every Igbo man and woman wants the freedom of the Igbo, added that wisdom is needed to actualize that. As the Bible would always say, wisdom is profitable to direct. He says, I am calling on members of IPOB, IPOP to be careful and watch their words and torsos because their enemies are seeing what is happening among them. I have an advice for the heads or authorities of the group to avoid sycophants or drummers. Remember, this is the strongest party we have that is fighting our sovereignty. The prelate declared, wow, yes, I'm beginning to understand where this is coming from. He says, I am calling on members of IPOP to be careful and watch their words and torsos because their enemies are seeing what is happening among them. I have an advice for the heads or authorities of the group to avoid sycophants or drummers. Remember, this is the strongest party we have that is fighting our sovereignty, the prelate declared. He said that the truth remained that Ndigbo should be allowed to go for peace to reign in Nigeria. Well, the bishop insisted that the Fulani should accept the option of following Ndigbo to separate from Nigeria as a permanent solution to Nigeria crisis. Oh, I yawn. I just tired. I don't know why there is a forceful marriage. You cannot speak bad English. Someone say he wants to divorce. By the way, the Biafra do not need to make noise. Was there an entanglement? Or was there an oath that the Fulani has made that Igbos will remain, or they have what they have to apologize, or Because why are they still holding or clinging into, don't go, don't go, don't go? Well, I believe it is not far-fetched. The answer is the region, the southerners in general. Just because there was genocide in 1967, there was civil war, there was a civil unrest as at 1967. Yes, it is what it is that the Fulani really wants to make sure they eradicate the Igbos or the Igbo race out of Nigeria. And in other words, the paymasters who had sent the so-called Fulani herdsmen, might have given them a narrative, but they, carrying out the objectives of the paymasters. Acting, on impunity just because, and my brother now, since he has sent me on errand to cross a mile, then I will cross 1 million miles. That's where you see God. They saw God in action. It is not the power of the Biafra or the power of the Ndigbo that all these narratives is being changed, or all these land grabbers were caught. Because Eastern Security Network was floated by the indigenous people of Biafra leader, or the Biafra. They themselves, they became furious and jealous. No, it's not even jealous. They became furious and angry that the leader, who is Nnamdi Kanu, had established the Biafra with the security network, so to stop the move of the so-called Boko Haram, who were hiding under the disguise of Fulani herdsmen, to perpetrate evil, to carry out their plans. Commodore Olakule said they want to Islamize the country. When Goodluck Jonathan was there anything like Christianize the country? Was there anything like a religion, or was there anything about religion? Now, why is it so very very paramount to this so-called Fulani? I don't know where they adopted the Islamic from, because I believe the Quran they use in the northern part of the country is different from that which is used here in the south. I would always say the youth that really wanted good for the land are beginning to run out of some northern communities, some northern villages, because their parents are no more. They don't have any siblings any longer. The one that has siblings, the body of the siblings is not even complete. So why won't they run? And that is why you see Fulani engaging themselves in some petty business, because they believe there is a security in south, and the southerners, truly this is what these people are saying. They are saying the truth. That means we've been so gullible, and that's the reason why the Boko Haram and the so-called herdsmen, you think they surrendered, that they did this, they did that. Yes, I know, but for you to have killed so many people either out of ignorance or knowingly, I would say nobody is ignorant of the law. As far as the constitution is, you should definitely know what is embedded in the constitution. So any right to say or any excuse or ignorance and saying I don't know, that is why it is. So they needed to be rehab, if there's any word like that. So put them in rehab, and before I don't know, before incarcerating them, or is it bad English? Yes, because I'm very very angry. You started integrating them into the society. Why wouldn't they commit havoc? Well, this is what I'm going to do. Because I'd like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless.